Welcome to Epic Picks. Are you ready to uncover some hidden gems? In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 hidden action thriller movies you need to watch. These underrated gems are packed with intense action, shocking twists, and gripping stories that will keep you hooked. Let's dive right in. Number 10, Plane.
The intention of making it home. They're going to come at us.
Plane is a 2023 American action thriller film. Commercial pilot Brodie Torrance, a former RAF pilot from Scotland, flies Trailblazer Airlines Flight 119 with 14 passengers and 3 cabin crew members from Singapore to Honolulu via Tokyo. Among the passengers is fugitive homicide suspect Louis Gaspard, who is accompanied by an RCMP GRC officer en route to Canada. Per a directive from one of his superiors, Brodie takes a shortcut across the South China Sea, but a lightning strike blows the plane's avionics, and a flight attendant and the RCMP officer are killed during the turbulence. They make an emergency landing on a dirt strip of what turns out to be Jolo Island in the Philippines. Number 9, Land of Bad.
Weapons away.
Land of Bad is a 2024 American action thriller film. Captain Eddie Reaper Grimm, a U.S. Air Force drone pilot in the 15th Attack Squadron, supported by Staff Sergeant Nia Branson, provides air support from a Reaper to a U.S. Army Delta Force team sent to rescue a CIA spy in the southern Philippines. After a firefight breaks out against the Abu Sayyaf, Sergeant J.J. Kinney, a young Air Force TACP attached to the Delta Force team as its JTAC, is seemingly the only survivor and is directed to an extraction point, relying only on the Reaper's remote air support. Number 8, Mad Max: Fury Road. Mad Max: Fury Road is a 2015 Australian post-apocalyptic action film. Max Rokitansky, a survivor haunted by memories of all the people he failed to protect, is captured by cult leader Immortan Joe's war boys and taken to his fortress, the Citadel. Max, a universal donor, is forced to transfuse his blood to Nux, a sick war boy. Meanwhile, Joe sends his lieutenant Imperator Furiosa in the armored war rig to trade produce and water for petrol and ammunition with 2 of his allies, the Bullet Farmer and the People Eater. When Joe realizes his 5 wives are fleeing in the rig, he leads his entire army in pursuit, calling on his allies to help. Number 7, World War Z. World War Z is a 2013 American action horror film. Former United Nations investigator Gerald Jerry Lane, his wife Karen, and their 2 daughters, Rachel and Connie, are caught in traffic in downtown Philadelphia when zombies invade. During the ensuing chaos, they escape to Newark, where they seek shelter with a couple and their young son, Tommy. The next day, Gerald tries to convince Tommy's family to join his, as staying is not safe. However, Tommy's father refuses. The Lanes head to the roof of the apartment block. Not long after, zombies break into the apartment and turn everyone there but Tommy, who escapes. The Lanes are ambushed on the stairwell. Gerald holds them off so Karen and the girls can get to the roof. They are joined by Tommy, who Gerald grabs and takes with him. On the roof, they are rescued by a helicopter sent by Thierry Umutoni, the UN Deputy Secretary General. Number 6, Bullet Train. Bullet Train is a 2022 American action comedy film. Yuichi Kimura, the father, boards a bullet train in Tokyo in search of his son Wataru's attacker. Meanwhile, guided by his handler, Maria Beetle, Operative Ladybug is assigned to retrieve a briefcase full of cash from the same train, replacing a sick colleague, Carver. Ladybug is reluctant, as his recent string of bad luck during his jobs resulted in accidental deaths. Also on the train are 2 British assassin brothers, codenamed Lemon and Tangerine, who just rescued a man, the Sun, from kidnappers and are taking him and the briefcase to his father, a Russian-born Yakuza crime lord called the White Death. Number 5, Inception. Inception is a 2010 science fiction action heist film. Dom Cobb and Arthur are extractors who perform corporate espionage using experimental dream-sharing technology to infiltrate their target's subconscious and extract information. Their latest target, Saito, is impressed with Cobb's ability to layer multiple dreams within each other. He offers to hire Cobb for the ostensibly impossible job of implanting an idea into a person's subconscious, performing Inception on Robert Fisher, the son of Saito's competitor Maurice Fisher, with the idea to dissolve his father's company. In return, Saito promises to clear Cobb's criminal status, allowing him to return home to his children. Number 4, No Time to Die. No Time to Die is a 2021 spy film and the 25th in the James Bond series produced. A young Madeline Swan witnesses her mother's murder by Lucifer Safin. Swan's father, Mr. White, had been ordered by Ernst Stavro Blofeld to assassinate Safin's family. Swan shoots Safin and flees, falling into a frozen lake, but he rescues her. Years later, after Blofeld's arrest, a Swan travels to Matera with James Bond. She persuades Bond to visit his ex-lover Vesper Lynd's nearby grave in order to aid in getting over her. While there, the tomb is blown up and Bond is attacked by Spectre operatives led by Primo, a mercenary with a bionic eye. And while fleeing with Madeline, the latter receives a phone call from Blofeld congratulating her on her work. Bond accuses Swan of betraying him to the organization and sends her away on a train, telling her they will never meet again. Number 3, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is a 2021 American superhero film featuring the Marvel Comics character Venom. In 1996, a young Cletus Kasady watches helplessly as his lover, Francis Barrison, is taken away from St. Estes' home for unwanted children to the Ravencroft Institute. On the way, Frances uses her sonic scream powers to attack young police officer Patrick Mulligan. Mulligan shoots Frances in the eye and suffers an injury to his ear due to her scream. Unbeknownst to Mulligan, who believes he killed her, Frances is still taken to Ravencroft, where her abilities are restricted. Number 2, Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout is a 2018 American action spy film. 2 years after the capture of rogue British agent Solomon Lane, his terrorist network, the Syndicate, has reorganized as the Apostles, a terror-for-hire group. They are recruited by extremist John Lark to acquire 3 plutonium cores for nuclear bombs he will use to dismantle the existing world order. Number 1, John Wick, Chapter 4.
So, you want to kill him?
John Wick, Chapter 4 is a 2023 American neo-noir action thriller film. In New York City, John Wick prepares to exact vengeance against the High Table while hiding underground with the Bowery King. He travels to Morocco and kills the Elder, the one who sits above the table. In response, High Table member Marquis Vincent Bisset de Gramont summons New York Continental Hotel manager Winston and his concierge Sharon, where he explains that the High Table has given him unlimited resources to kill John and chastises Winston for previously failing to do so. As punishment, the Marquis strips Winston of his managerial duties, declares him excommunicado, destroys the New York Continental, and executes Caron. The Marquis then enlists Kane, a blind retired High Table assassin, to kill his old friend John, threatening to murder Kane's daughter. Thank you so much for sticking with us until the end. Please subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to it so you never miss our videos.